Final case is another one of the ones that are peculiar and have some interesting stuff going on. So it's a special case, let's say. So here we have a country in which its population is rapidly growing. We can see that evident in 1995, 2005, 2015 mid-year population, and it's only increasing. Further, we look at the growth rate. The growth rate, although it's coming down, slowing down, it's still very, very, very high. 5.6 in 1995 is a very, very high rate, and 2.6 still to this day is quite high. But if we look at the total fertility rate is coming down, and it's once again it's just above 2.1. So that might explain why this population is growing. But really, why this population is growing, if we look at compare the crude birth rate to the crude death rate, 15 versus 2. So 15 versus 2, that explains right there why the population is growing. In one instance, is the fact that birth rates far exceed the death rates. But with that being said, at 15, as far as crude birth rate, compared to other countries, isn't really that high. So this is an interesting case. We see birth rates aren't really that high, but it is growing because the crude death rate is so low. We go down to the bottom. Whoa! Look at that net migration rate. So the net migration rate is playing a key role in this population, with it being 39, 30, 12 historically and today. So what that means is a large number of people are moving to this country. And so this country is growing because of its birth rate being much higher than its death rate, but it's also growing overwhelmingly because of a large in-migration of population. And that is very evident here in the United Arab Emirates. And so what's going on in the United Arab Emirates is it's developing. So what's happening is it's essentially its economic vitality is higher than it's ever been. So they're building buildings, they're building cities, build. So conventions centers, hotels, business offices, apartments, condos. And so there's this huge era right now that's occurring. It's occurred the last 15, 20 years in this particular area of the world in which you're seeing an economic boom. And so subsequently, you need someone to build those big buildings. You need people to work at the in hospitality. And so here we can see a large sex ratio imbalance. But this isn't, at first don't think, well, oh, wow, look at all those males. That means back in, 30 to 40 years ago, people were overwhelmingly choosing to have more males than females. Well, that might be the case. There might be a sex ratio imbalance. That might be there. But overwhelmingly what it is single males from other countries who are moving to this country for labor purposes, for jobs. And so we can also see that because, young people aren't moving there. People under the age of 15. People over the age of 65 aren't moving there. Who's moving there? That working age population. So in the case of the United Arab Emirates, it's absolutely critical to look at the role of net migration when trying to understand this perceived to be extremely wonky, extremely wacky sex ratio imbalance of those in their working age.